Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd just do a very quick video here, a very quick review on the Fluval Edge 23 liter. Now I bought this on clearance for $100, which is why I picked it up. I wouldn't usually pick up a tank like this for some of the negatives I will talk about now, but there is a lot of positives about this tank and I will talk about that also. So I actually got it for 100 Australian dollars. And I just couldn't leave it there. It was on clearance in the pet store. So I'm going to talk about the negatives about this tank first. So as you can see, it has this cool design, but that comes at a cost. So in the top, we've got a very small hole. So we got this here. Now, to do maintenance on this tank, like even to put your hand in to move something around, you have to put your arm in to get it down to the bottom of the tank. And because there's not a big opening, what happens is it will overflow unless you take some of the water out. So every time you go in to put your hand in to do something, you have to take some of the water out. Especially if you put your hand all the way on the bottom. Maybe if you're just doing something with the filter, the heater there, you might get away with it. But it still rises up a lot and it's pretty dodgy because it gets very close to the top, the water level. Obviously cleaning as well is a little bit of an issue because I have to get like a sponge and I have to kind of get my hand all the way around. And, it's a bit awkward. So in terms and regards to maintenance, a tank with an open top, standard tank is going to be a lot easier to maintain. You're just going to be able to just grab stuff, move stuff around, especially if you're doing stuff in your tank a lot. Like if you're doing aquascape, you've got a lot of plants and you need to move stuff around a lot. Then I think, having easy maintenance definitely needs to be considered. So that's pretty much the one negative thing I have about this tank. There is one other negative, or at least it was a negative for me, but then it actually turned into a positive. So now I'm going to get on to the positives. It looks incredible. Let's face it. This is a beautiful looking tank. It really is just stunning, Great for an office, great for like maybe your hall in your house with some flowers around it, or somewhere where you want it to look good. Especially if you're just going to keep a few small fish. It just looks great. The glass seems to be very well put together, as you can see. If we have a look at this, you can see it's very well seamed together. And also, the plastic seems to be pretty decent quality as well in regards to how decent plastic goes. It doesn't bend or flex or anything like that. It's pretty decent, hard plastic. Another positive thing about this tank is it does have the hole for feeding, which, as we know, is the most important thing on any tank. And it does have, this is basically how to adjust the flow of the filter. So you can adjust from the top here. And it does have a light. And we're going to talk about the light. It is a positive. So it does have two modes. So this is your kind of moonlight mode, which I think looks really cool as well. And then you've got your, obviously, full-on mode. Now that plant is kind of blocking the light a little bit, but it is a very bright light. And I don't think you'd have much of a problem growing any sort of green plants very well with that type of light. Red plants, not sure. You probably will grow some. They might grow a little bit slower. But yeah, all in all, it's a very decent light. Now, the other pro about this tank, which for me was a bit of a negative, and the reason why I wouldn't really buy one of these tanks at full price, but as I said, I got it on special or clearance for 100 Australian dollars, is the hang-on back filter. Now, I am not a massive fan of hang-on back filters, right? Usually I would never buy one or never buy a tank with one. But again, this is on clearance. But this has really changed my mind. So this is the Aqua Clear 20. And this has been around a long time. A lot of people, I've read reviews on this filter since I've got it. And people rave about this. And I know why, because it is a very good filter. So if we look at it, basically the water goes in this way, goes down to the bottom. It comes through like this and goes through the filter media. The media in this is about this high, and obviously it's that wide, as you can see. I've got biological, mechanical, and carbon in this as well, chemical, in this filter media. But the trick about this filter is it comes down like this. It comes up like this, down, across here, and then up through the media. But then it has like an overflow. So it flows back over. So any bits of crap don't come back out here. They go back around again and get filtered again until the media catches them, so you get lovely, pristine, clean water. So yeah, a really, really good filter. The one little negative about it is it does need to be primed. So when you do a water change, you do need to pour a bit of water in this just to prime it to get it going again. But apart from that, it's a really good filter and it keeps the tank pristine. So it has won me over on hang-on back filters, which, you know, because I've had bad experiences with them in the past, but this one has changed my mind. So look, it doesn't come with a heater, I will say. I got this one, it's a Aqua 1 50 watt nano. So it keeps the tank at a constant 26 degrees Celsius. So, but it comes with everything else, you know, the light, the filter, obviously the tank. So yeah, look, in conclusion, if you really love the look of this tank and you're okay with the maintenance being a bit awkward, right? You can't really go wrong. You know, it's a good tank. I think it looks great. And if you really love the look of it and you're okay with the maintenance of it, then go ahead and get it, right? But if you're someone that wants a tank that's easy to maintain and you want to be messing around with it a lot and putting your hand into it a lot, this is probably not the tank for you. Like if you aquascape or anything like that, this is going to be very awkward, especially if you're pruning plants. This is obviously a fake plant. You're going to be putting your hands in all the time, and then you've only got this small hatch to put your hands in. So look, again, it's always just up to you about what you want. But in a nutshell, if you love the look of it and you're okay with the awkwardness of the maintenance, then go ahead. It's overall a good tank apart from the issues, the awkwardness, or whatever you want to call it, of the maintenance. But yeah, if you're someone that wants to do a lot of pruning and messing around and putting your hand into your tank, probably not the tank for you. I would go with something like the Fluval Flex or some other tank like that has an open top where you can just mess around with everything in it. Look, this video went on a little bit longer than I wanted it to. There is a video coming up. I'm going to do a video about these Endler guppies. And they are, basically I'm breeding them. So there is a few little babies in there and I wanted to do a video about that. But apart from that, thanks for watching.